So you want to be a lazy king or queen, huh? You want to sit back, sip margaritas, and let your money just print you $1,000 every single month while you do absolutely nothing? Well, spoiler alert, it's possible, but only if you stop daydreaming like a broke TikToker and actually understand the math. Today, I'm breaking it all down. How much cash you need invested to make $1,000 a month in dividends. No guessing, no manifesting, just straight up numbers, some sarcasm, and maybe a few verbal slaps to wake you up. What's up, degenerates? My name's Peter, and this is Peter Finance, where we mix cold hard financial facts with just enough insult comedy to keep you from falling asleep like you would with those boring beige sweater finance gurus who sound like they're narrating a tax textbook. Unlike those dudes, I actually bring receipts, real data from the Federal Reserve, Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the SEC. So you can't argue with me, unless your name is Karen and arguing is literally your cardio. Before we go deeper, smash that like button like you smash your paycheck on Uber Eats, and subscribe if you actually want to escape being broke as forever. Let's paint the picture. The average American household spends around $5,577 a month, according to the latest Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Expenditure Survey. That's everything: housing, food, transportation, medical bills, and yes, probably way too many pumpkin spice lattes. Now, imagine if $1,000 of that came in passively. That's not pocket change. That's your rent covered in a cheaper city. That's groceries for a family of four. That's literally enough to tell your boss, you know what, Brad? Take your 8 a.m. Monday meeting and shove it. But here's the problem. Most people think dividend income is this magical unicorn where you throw $500 into Robinhood and suddenly you're making it rain like a Wall Street Chad. No, my friend. You can't just invest the change in your couch cushions and expect a $1,000 monthly payout. Dividends work, but you gotta respect the math. Otherwise, you're just gambling. And spoiler alert, Vegas has better odds. Math breakdown, start. Let's crunch the actual numbers because math doesn't lie. Dividends are basically a company saying, hey, thanks for owning our stock. Here's some cash from our profits. Companies usually pay these quarterly, but for simplicity, let's translate it into monthly income. The key number here is dividend yield. That's just annual dividend per share divided by share price. Example, if a stock is $100 $1,000 a month, so how much do you need invested? Depends on your yield. At 3% yield, $12,000 divided by 0.03 equals $400,000 invested. At 4% yield, $12,000 divided by 0.04 equals $300,000 invested. At 5% yield, $12,000 divided by 0.05 equals $240,000 invested. And at 6% yield, $12,000 divided by 0.06 equals $200,000 invested. And here's where the internet clowns will try to trap you. You'll see YouTubers titled, I retired off dividends with just $50,000. Nah, bruh, that's cap. Unless you're buying some scammy high-yield stock that's paying 20% before it crashes harder than crypto in 2022, you're not hitting $1,000 a month without stacking serious capital. Let me repeat this for the people in the back. You either need 6 figures invested, or you need to keep clocking in at that job where your boss has coffee breath and calls you champ. Let me make this even more relatable, because I know numbers can feel cold. $300,000 invested at 4% yield is like owning a money machine that spits out $1,000 a month. But how do you get there? The average U.S. worker makes $63,795 per year. Bureau of Labor Statistics 2024. After taxes, call it $50K take-home. If you save 20% of that, you're banking $10,000 a year. At that pace, it would take you 30 years to hit $300K, not even accounting for growth. But if you invest in the S&P 500, which historically returns around 10% annually before inflation, you could realistically build that $300K in about 15 years with consistent contributions. 15 years may sound like forever, but let's be honest. You've already wasted that much time watching Netflix originals that get canceled after one season. Let's put this side by side. Average broke Bob blows $400 a month on DoorDash, Starbucks, and self-care candles he can't afford. Ends the year with zero invested and wonders why his checking account looks like a sad desert. Smart investor Sam cuts half of that nonsense, puts $200 a month into a dividend ETF like VYM or CHD, reinvests dividends, and slowly builds a portfolio that actually spits cash back at him. Over 20 years, Bob is still broke as working for DoorDash. Sam's getting $1,000 to sit in his boxers and argue about fantasy football. Here's another trap: chasing high yields. You see a yield and think, wrong. If something looks too good to be true, it usually is. With unsustainably high dividends are often red flags. There So you're two, and then bam, you're left holding a stock that tanked 40% in price anymore. Congrats, you just donated your money to corporate dumpster fire. Instead,